stupid old lady.
Oh, wait.
Play it back.
Oh my god.
Welcome everybody to the podcast. Was that spooky for you? Welcome to episode 129 of the All You Can Hear podcast. I'm one of your four co-hosts this week, Tanner. With me, as per usual, are
Wailing Wenzel.
ooh, spooky.
Get out of me, Colt. To quote Zach Bagans.
Okay.
Perturbing Pat.
And I'm, as always, Tubular Tanner.
You already introduced yourself.
Yeah, I had to do it twice. It's been a minute.
Fuck you.
And today, to continue our month of spooky episodes, we're going to be talking about ghost hunting shows to kind of prep us, because as always, we're going to go ghost hunting at the end of the month for our final episode ever. We're ending the show after Ghost Hunting 3. No, we're going to go ghost hunting. So we're going to talk about some ghost hunting shows, past, present, not really future. None of us are.
We're
gonna
future
die.
ghost hunting.
We're the future ghost hunting show, yeah.
We're gonna die in Ghost Hunting 3.
We're coming for you, Zach.
Speak for yourself.
Honestly,
Fuck you, Pat.
see, that's scary because the place we're going, I don't want to give it away yet, but the place we're going is Patrick knows.
Yeah.
Like, so if any,
So he could set up traps.
he
and
could
kill
set
us.
up traps and kill us for sure.
Or you could just, beat us to death. Right here, right now.
Well, I will say there are probably some dangerous spots, so look out.
Fuck you. Why'd I spit? Okay.
Whitzel just hocked a huge loogie.
Yep.
When he was saying that. So we didn't really have a list of shows to watch. We've all watched ghost shows. We've actually talked about ghost hunting shows fairly regularly on this podcast. We did it a couple of years ago during our first October of Spooky. So we're going to talk about it again here today.
Well, you can speak for yourself, but me and Colt did some research. It's a lot better than what you did.
We spent 3 hours watching Zach Bagans and his crew fall over in the darkness.
We spent 3 hours of hard-working men.
3 hours of
3 hours of hardworking men.
Yeah.
You spent 3 hours and you only watched one ghost show? I mean, there's dozens, and you just
We watched it in quarter speed.
Well, we were watching it, and I was thinking maybe we should watch some other shows. But after we got done with the first episode, we were just like, okay, we gotta watch more of this
because it's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
So my thing is with ghost hunting nowadays, it doesn't feel like there's a ton of ghost hunting shows on TV, but it seems like a lot of YouTube channels have really put in
The work.
work and YouTube like BuzzFeed, for example.
BuzzFeed series on that is really good.
Unsolved is incredible, and
Yeah.
Rooster Teeth had their own show called Achievement Hunter, which was through Achievement Hunter, and they've said in podcasts they're trying to shop that to television networks, but it seems like a lot of the high budget ghost hunting shows now are on the internet. Just through YouTube channels and production companies like that. It doesn't seem, because I remember back in the early 2000s, even mid 2000s, it seemed like every channel had some sort of ghost hunting show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, even Cartoon Network, which is funny.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
So, and
Oh my God, there's a ghost
there's
here
a
right
ghost
now.
in here right now. And it's really weird to see that that's a ghost for sure.
Yeah.
Or Jonathan.
Well, Jonathan is a ghost. Don't everybody forget. Because he's been on doesn't mean he stopped being a ghost.
No, but we brought him back. He has a physical body.
But if you've seen any sort of scary movie, the people that sort of have a transitive time between life and death, they always bring something back. So he always has that that connection to the other side. So
that's true.
So he's just a gateway. He's like this medium now between life and death.
Fuck.
Man.
How come all he does is play guitar?
That's how he keeps.
That's
the
what he
ghosts
bought
away.
back from hell. Ooh.
Oh, I sold my soul to the devil so I can play.
There is a banjo over there, which is close to a fiddle.
Oh yeah,
Not at all, but there's no
no
violin here.
You could rub a stick against the strings.
No, there's that case right there that has a violin in it or a fiddle.
Oh, I didn't know there was a fiddle down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I can't be here if there's a fiddle.
I'm not allowed. My mom doesn't let me around fiddles.
I mean, yeah, it's scary.
So it's really weird now that how a bunch of shows like that are just on the internet. Like I'm sure there are ghost hunting shows on television now, but I can't think of
Ghost Adventures.
Ghost Adventures. But
does Ghost Adventures still make new episodes?
Yeah.
They do.
Well, it's funny. It's funny. The week this comes out will be the 11-year anniversary of Ghost Adventures.
Wow.
Because
And it's still on air. That's crazy.
Because I was 18 when that show started.
Oh my god.
I remember watching when it came out. It's kind of crazy how much I was into Ghost Adventures when it first started. Because from the time I was like 11 to the time I was 21, I was like really into the supernatural. Like I still enjoy it now, but it's much more of a passive interest.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the first ghost hunting shows, just like supernatural shows I ever watched, was a program on what was ABC Family. It's called Freeform now. It's called Real Scary Stories, and it had like and the target audience was like young teens, so it's like 12, 13-year-olds going to different haunted locales with sort of like this like ambiguous narrator. It would narrate the different shows. And like ambiguous, it would switch from male into a female throughout the course of their narration. And one of the standout episodes for me from that program was when they took a trip to a abandoned, like a ghost town in California, and there was a story of a I think the thing was an outlaw called Alphonse Benoit. He was a notorious outlaw, and he was hung in that town, and from that time, people would always see his like specter, and whenever they would visit the place, and probably the most, I guess, telling story was that they do have a curator, and every time they would go into like the house near where he was hung, his face would always appear in a window, even after they checked the place out. There would be nobody there. His face would always appear, looking out from the window inside.
Spooky.
Now, I feel like did Mythbusters, I feel like I'm conflating two memories into one thing here. Did Mythbusters not do a ghost hunting spinoff at one point?
No.
Did they not? I swear I'm jumping realities. I swear I have a very vivid memory of Adam Savage ghost hunting.
They probably appeared on a separate show.
It might have been a separate show.
It could have been a guest celebrity, because there was this one show. I don't know if it's still on now. It probably is, but it's on. It has to be on its last leg. Is Ghost Hunters?
Yeah.
No, that's that guy is starting a new show. I don't know what it's on.
Yeah. We talked about this.
Yeah.
He is starting a new show, but the Taps crew, whatever.
Yeah, that was Ghost Hunters.
And I remember, I'm pretty sure it was that show. They would always have guest celebrities. The funniest shit ever, because they would get scared, and it was some good bits.
Obviously, what's different between our like ghost hunting and like video ghost hunting is video, and like we ghost hunt through the art of sound.
Yeah, we're solely ghost hunting through audio.
And
also we don't bullshit.
We ain't trying to see no ghosts.
Well, I am.
I don't know. Last year we had some legitimately spooky stuff happen. It was pretty spook. I was a little spook. It was much spookier than our first one.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I'm still saying there was a weird ass sound that wasn't picked up on the recording thing.
Towards the end of when we were recording, when we were like all met up together, that was weird.
Actually, that was me.
You made a train sound that sounded like it was miles away?
Yep.
Okay.
What I did was I got my brother-in-law to drive out there and get in the woods, and he had a speaker system.
That sounds like a lot of effort.
Yeah, and then that fog that came in.
Fog machine.
That's me too.
Wenzel actually spent like thousands of dollars just trying to goof us.
Yeah. Okay, all the podcast money's gone, but man, I bought a ton of fog machines.
And now they're all bad because they left them out in the field.
Yeah, we left them.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. That was genuinely creepy.
And like, it makes me wonder, like, obviously with ghost hunting shows.
Wait,
like,
that could have just been a fucking train.
Well, it sounded like it was tunneling towards us.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about because I remember hearing it.
Wild trains.
Like
yeah, of
fire
course.
trucks.
That'd be a good name for a band. Wild Trains. Okay, that's
Nobody steal that.
Even though we recorded it, don't steal it.
Yeah, don't steal it. I always wonder with certain ghost hunting shows, like, because obviously with something like a ghost hunting show, like, you have to bullshit it
Yeah.
Yeah.
a fair bit.
Because I mean, like,
Because ghosts are camera shy. A lot of people don't know that.
yeah.
Like, we're scared of ghosts. Ghosts are scared of cameras. It's a real.
I mean, really, no offense to them or anything. It's just like on some level, like you can't absolutely be serious.
Oh no, absolutely not. Like so I wonder, like, and I'm sure, like, it's more so like the locations they go to are scary, because some of those places they go to, like the old haunted hospitals,
Yeah.
fucking terrifying. So like, I wonder how much they actually like play it up, because I know when we do it, I mean, obviously it was a little behind the curtain here. We play it up a little bit, but like we're there now. I mean, we don't really bullshit.
No.
Like, it's not like we're like, oh fuck, a ghost or anything.
No. like if we get anything, it's genuine surprise.
Yeah, it's genuine surprise, and like, yeah, we usually don't huck it up. Like, we'll have fun banter in between while we're.
But
looking for stuff.
we literally don't expect anything. Do we want to find stuff? Maybe.
Yeah. Do we want a demon to be on the podcast?
I mean,
Absolutely.
Ghost Hunting 3, I will attempt to summon a demon.
That is the Wenzel promise to you, the listeners.
It does remind me of one short-lived ghost hunting show that was on the Discovery Channel for a minute. It's called like Extreme Ghost Hunters or Ghost
Ooh, what the
Busters.
fuck?
Like, their gimmick was is they would have like all the typical ghost hunting equipment, but they would like intentionally do provocative or insightful things to get.
Hey, fucker, come out here.
Basically,
Like that.
It was like Jackass, but they were looking for ghosts.
It's similar, but they'll do stuff. They'll like actually do like ritual magic on air.
Okay.
To like there was one episode where the only episode I saw, because it didn't even last a season. There's this one guy. They went to like a cemetery. They actually dug a makeshift grave and put one of their guys in it
What the fuck?
and had him record. And then they did like, I think the guy, like, he cut his hand. Like he bled himself to like make
What the
like
fuck?
a
That's some
bloody
ritual
like
shit
sigil
right
to
there.
He
like
just said it was ritual
summon
shit.
like to do like a chaos ritual magic to like incite spirits to come to camera, come to audio.
I have to see this.
So obviously we have to bury someone for Ghost Hunting 3.
Man.
Well, let's see. Well, Cody and Jonathan aren't here, so obviously
You gotta
it
sacrifice
has to be
one.
it has to be one of them.
It's gonna probably be Cody.
Whisper that in the mic again.
It's probably gonna be Cody.
But so like when I was a kid, I didn't really watch the ghost hunting shows. I didn't really care much about ghost hunting. That's the ghost again. Just ignore it.
I think the ghost fell.
The ghost is really clumsy.
No, the ghost is looking at the cabinets.
Ooh, I'm gonna haunt your GIF. Ooh. But so I was really older when I started watching ghost hunting shows, because I found them fascinating.
Yeah.
Just from the like, because now ghost hunting shows are very much personality driven now.
Oh, yeah.
And like a lot of people, like even something like on Unsolved, like it's just two guys.
It's just two guys, but like one of them is like, I want to say definitely religious. Yeah, he's definitely religious, and then one is like not.
One of them is like, it doesn't give a fuck.
No, he's like demon.
Yeah, it's like, come get and there's some spooky shit that's happened on Unsolved.
Yeah, and like there's just those two personalities clashing. It's the best shit ever.
Like, it's great to have a ghost hunting show where one of them is 100% certain ghosts don't exist.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking good. Spooky. It's a great dynamic.
Yeah, and then the show with like Ghost Adventures, everybody there is scared all the fucking time.
Yeah.
and it's so fucking good.
And they just.
Oh my god!
The ghost! It's Jonathan. But yeah, it really makes an interesting dynamic, especially how, like,
Oh, God, I knew it! Oh my god! I knew it was gonna happen. In my mind, I was like, if Jonathan sits on that bed, it's gonna fucking fall. And that's exactly what happened. This man, I need to work with detectives
Nobody could see that.
to solve crimes.
For like the audience, we're recording in the basement of my new house, and we have a guest bed set up in the basement. Jonathan sat on it, and he fell through it.
Man,
it's the work of a ghost.
John.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, Jonathan.
Sorry,
I wish that didn't happen. I mean, in my head I thought it was funny, and it is kind
I
of.
wish it didn't happen, but I'm so glad we were recording when it did.
I mean, if we had a video camera, it'd be so much better.
Oh my god.
Oh
man.
I don't know.
Man.
If you want a chair, there's chairs over here.
That's so good.
Chairs right there. There's this one.
This
But I wouldn't use that one because it would be kind of hassle to get.
Oh, fuck.
What the fuck were we talking
Ghost
about?
Adventures.
You're mentioning Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, everybody's scared shitless all the time, and it's good personality.
Oh, and I was mentioning on Achievement Hunter, they do a thing where, like, they have like an introduction for each ghost hunter, and they cycle through the whole Achievement Hunter cast, the whole like every episode. Like, there's different people. There's different people.
Do you need help?
But
okay,
they have like during their intro, they'll be like, "Hi, my name's Jeff, and I believe in ghosts," and like the next will be like, "I'm Michael, and I don't believe in shit," and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting dynamic when you like pair up these people that are like frightened easy and like definitely believe everything's haunted, and then these other people are just like, fuck the ghosts, let's see them, like let's do some crazy shit.
Satan, come get me.
And it's weird because Achievement Hunter is really the first ghost hunting show I've watched where they do like almost like skits while they're ghost hunting. Like they did this one thing where like I can't remember which two of them it was, but like two of them dressed up as nuns and made Jeff go into the church and like start praying to a demon or something, and then like the doors like swung, and Jeff wasn't in on it. Doors swung open, and I think it was Michael and Ryan came out dressed as like nuns, but with like white face paint. But like Jeff couldn't see them; they could only hear them. And yeah, it was a good shit.
That's good.
Which I'm glad that there are more ghost hunting shows that sort of have more personality with their hosts to make it more entertaining. But I guess at the same time, for those who do take it seriously, it does sort of like, I guess,
ruin it.
It takes some of the steam out of it. I mean, I guess that's why like Ghost Hunters was like these the two dudes are in it, they're like stone cold, like serious. We do this for real, which I guess it's good for like the legitimacy of it. I guess if people who do believe, but at the same time, it's not as compelling to watch.
Yeah,
especially if it's just like 60 minutes where they don't find anything.
Yeah, like for like the super serious people, they're probably super into it. I remember when I was a kid, like I got into that stuff because my sister was watching it, and like we both like relished watching that stuff. And but one show, it's not really, it's like kind of a mix of ghost hunting but also cryptid hunting show, was Destination Truth.
Oh yeah,
hosted by Josh Gates.
Yeah,
I think is his name.
There's a lot of shows actually.
Yeah, now he's doing another show called Destination. Or I don't know if it's the same name. Something where like it's completely different, but he's like still looking for like crazy hidden rumored stuff around the world. But no, there's something that was crazy about Destination Truth was that I think they were based in L.A. and like something I never thought about is like all the locations they went to. They must have had a crazy fucking budget because they went all around the world.
Well, I guess maybe the Travel Channel, because with Destination Truth or
Destination Truth was actually on Sci-Fi.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're embarrassed.
Egg on your face. I thought it was on Discovery too.
Well, I think I was pitching his other show that's on Destination.
His new show is on Travel Channel.
Okay, I keep thinking Destination America, which is like a spin-off of the Travel Channel.
Yeah.
The Travel Channel has a lot of ghost shows too.
Yeah. They still do that. But yeah, I just always loved watching that because they focus on cryptids and stuff, and like being a kid and loving dinosaurs and crazy animals and stuff is like that was just always so fun to watch, even though they didn't find anything. And also had a crush on one of the crew members. It was a woman. I'm trying to remember her name right now. I think her name was like Riley or something. Man,
wow. There was one episode of Destination 2 that had the girl from Warehouse 13 on it.
Yes,
that was a good episode. They went to like this is an abandoned town in like the middle of the desert of Mexico.
Yeah,
it's just like literally these like concrete walls that was just like left to ruin. And I might have been one of their live episodes because they did some live episodes.
Yeah,
too.
they did. That was a
good one. That was spooky.
Their show was like they actually did a fair amount of like research and stuff, and even when they did their setups, they did like these huge fucking perimeter setups where like they would have like cameras, like trail cameras. They'd have these sensors that I remember the layout too. They would have these sensors like in this very like large area that made a triangle. So anything that like crossed in those sensors, it would pick up, and it was like for like several miles. It was pretty crazy. It was really good. I enjoyed it. It was really sad when it got canceled or whatever, but yeah, there's also, does anybody remember another show? It was not a ghost hunting show, but it was about ghosts. It was like, I think it was called Haunted or Hauntings, where it was literally like, it took like stories of people who've been haunted and like did like
like reenactments of them.
I heard a moaning sound that sounded just like this. Oh, you know that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
I know, because I remember I shouldn't have done this, but being as a kid too, I watched this so early in the morning and just being terrified of it, because like some of the reenactments were actually pretty scary. But yeah, really enjoyed that shit.
I know one of my favorite ghost hunting shows, or just paranormal shows. It was called Scariest Places on Earth.
Oh yeah,
it came on the early to mid 2000s on ABC Family, and the first season it was kind of like they took families and took them to haunted locations, and it sort of just filmed them exploring and getting their reactions.
Yeah.
And then I guess maybe budget things, they transitioned to more just like we go to these, we just talk about these different locations like in general of their hauntings, and it's one of the few ghost hunting shows I felt was like was legit scary to watch, or at least unsettling or creepy to watch. Because I spoke about it earlier. There was the episode they went to the Paris catacombs. They found the camcorder of a urban explorer, and then they never found the guy.
Yeah.
But what made it so unnerving is that when they watched the video back, they saw the guy. He's just exploring the catacombs as well. And then the longer it went on, they noticed his breathing got more frenetic. His pace quickened, and you could hear something behind him. Something was following him, and the longer it went on, the faster he ran, the louder the sound behind him got. And eventually, he just drops the camera and he runs off, and they never found the guy.
I remember I've seen that video so many times. It is truly a terrifying video because, like, legitimately something happened to that guy and nobody knows anything.
And the Paris catacombs are still being uncharted and they're falling apart. It's just... what makes that much more scary.
What's crazy to me is how most ghost hunting shows focus on actual buildings as opposed to something like the catacombs or something like caves. Because I think something like a cave would, like, it heightens something about just the dark enclosed space makes, and obviously like there's a huge liability with like even filming a show in a cave. So like I get why they don't do it, but like I always thought that would be like an interesting angle to do more ghost hunting shows, like in a cave or like go hiking in the mountains some shit.
The cave, that shit's really dangerous.
Oh yeah, spelunking and
like I think it was Colt who sent something a long time ago about a guy who was exploring and like went into a cave and like never came back or something.
Oh yeah, I mean you just hear and like that. I mean, possibility that's not haunted or demon related. Like that's just the issue of going into caves.
Like I'm trying to remember, man. I do not remember who sent it, but somebody sent it to me.
I know what you're talking about. It could have been me.
And I remember there was this whole thread about it because it was genuinely scary because the guy and he has footage like of him going, and there's like some weird shit you see in the cave.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about now.
And it's like fuck.
Yeah, and like also like the shows that do like live episodes, I think that's like really ballsy, just because there's how can you make it entertaining enough to, and like I think Ghost Adventures a couple of years ago did a live episode, or maybe it was last year.
They do live episodes every Halloween.
They did, but it was last year. I think I talked about it on the podcast. Maybe. The fucking Dybbuk box. That was nothing happened, but it was some crazy.
Didn't they get like a fairly big celebrity to go with them? Like, was Post Malone there?
Yes.
It was Post Malone, wasn't it?
Yes.
on the Dybbuk Box episode? No.
He hung out with them. I know he did because I remember him being in the room and running out.
Well, there was like a whole thread about like Post Malone's curse now after his appearance because
Yeah.
like he was on a plane that crashed or some shit.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some Ghost Adventures fan you are. I'm
not really the
message
big.
Zach.
I'm not really the biggest fan, but I like it.
Okay.
Wow, Witzel,
you
Witzel,
won't be
you
mad
call
if
it
I
Ghost
burn all your
Adventures
merch.
out?
I mean,
Whoa,
I mean,
this is the ghost.
I mean, the dick never opened the Dybbuk box. Like, well, like, bitch, open it. Release that demon. Get that shit out.
I just think it's really funny for that shows that do the live format, just because like you have to be really entertaining to make live ghost.
and let
hunting.
me tell you, the Dybbuk Box live episode really, really fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
Because again, Zach Baggins never uses chapstick. Had his ass crack out. 2 witches battled it out. Crazy.
That sounds like nonsense to anyone that doesn't get.
It was nonsense. It was fucking ridiculous, and it was amazing. I live tweeted it.
That's why I was remembering the episode from last year. I remember you live tweeted it. So
And oh man, it was so good. I loved it. I love Ghost Adventures actually.
Yeah, I told you it's good.
Yeah.
30 seconds ago, I'm not the big fan of it. Now, I'm the #1 Ghost Adventures fan.
A lot happens in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yesterday when Winslow and I were watching some Ghost Adventures episodes, there was one where they went to a drug house and they were just getting all these stories from all these people. And I don't want
I was really hoping that was.
I'm trying to think of how to say this.
Like
It's a drug house.
No,
Yeah.
it- no,
and they
well-
were seeing all these demons and monsters and things like that.
well, what it wasn't necessarily. Oh, it was a drug house. Never mind.
Yeah,
You're right. Well, because the house itself had a man in there who was quadriplegic, and his medicine he didn't really take it. He would sell it, and then a lot of people also came there to do drugs.
Yeah.
and a lot of people died, and the guy said like at least one person has died in each one of these rooms.
Oh my god.
And even the quadriplegic died. He killed himself
Oh my
in one of
God.
the rooms, and people like there was one guy who wasn't his usual self. He thought the main guy who lives at the house and owns it. He was like I thought he was paranoid schizophrenic, the woman he got in there who was dealt with paranoid schizophrenic was like, no, he's possessed. The guy takes off all his clothes, just his underwear, and runs around screaming in the streets. And yeah.
What?
No, we didn't see that, but that's what that was the
Yeah.
story. He was like, I thought he was schizophrenic. Like, no, he's possessed. A possessed man just took off all his clothes and went yelling in the
Started
streets.
screaming, yeah.
And they even got the guy on there. That was a fucking ghost.
That was a ghost.
Yeah. They even got the guy on there, and it was just like, I mean, whatever happened to the guy, feel bad for him or whatever but like it was funny.
I will say on the Ghost Adventures, there was like everybody knows Ghost Adventures. It's wacky, it's crazy, but there was one episode I remember in particular. They were researching this haunted hotel, and it had like these two it was so big they brought in like a local ghost team to help them investigate, because there's like a secondary building adjacent to the main hotel. And it's like, okay, we recruited to help us some local ghost hunters. They're going to come help us out. And it's like, yeah, cool, whatever. And then a hearse pulls up with like a neon undercarriage. It's just glowing, and there's like rap music blaring. And then these 3 dudes hop out in like coveralls and start breakdancing. And they're just like, music's playing, lights are playing. And it cuts back to the 3 Ghost Adventure guys. And they just look at each other like, look at these jackasses, which is hilarious because the Ghost Adventure guys, they're jackasses.
Yeah,
but,
like these guys are just dancing.
They do that a good bit. I've noticed it.
There's actually, I told Colt this. There's one episode I just happened to see it, but Zach Baggins was investigating some kind of like farmhouse or something, and or factory, and he was climbing up a ladder, but he didn't go all the way up. He was so scared, but like he didn't climb all the way up because a tree branch was like in front of him. So he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna climb all the way up." And then it just cuts back to like a shot of the tree branch saying, "I'd like to personally thank this tree branch for stopping me from going up the ladder." And then there was another bit where they fucking went in a tunnel, and then they were just like being super serious, and then we stopped to pet this cat. and then they're petting a fucking cat. It was some good shit,
That's
man.
so good.
But I feel like at this point they have to know that they're silly and ridiculous, so like they kind of play into it a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Because after 10 years, there's no way you don't have a sense of idea of perception about yourself.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's why I said like at some point they have to realize like they can't take themselves and this too seriously.
Yeah.
And with the episodes me and Colt watch, some grade A shit.
It's stupid how funny they were.
Like, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just there was a point in the same drug house episode where they said, "Oh my god, did you see that?" And then like Zach screams, running, the most scared I've ever seen him ever be. And he's like, "There was a dark cloud. There's a dark cloud in the room right there. You can't see it on the camera. You can't see it on the camera, but it's right there. It is right there. Oh my god!"
And they replayed the footage.
Just nothing there.
They did that like three more times.
It was literally their shadows.
That's so good.
That's all you
though.
see.
That's so good.
Was it the same house where one of the guys was like, no, that's a different house, but oh my god, one of the guys got so mad and he's like, I just don't know what came over me.
Oh yeah. Zach was like, "Go in there. I'm not going in there."
Zach Bagans be kind of fucking annoying, and you could chalk it up to the house had some kind of energy going on with it, but Zach kept saying, "You go in that room, go in that room, go in that room," and the guy was like, I'm not gonna do it. It was funny. And then there was another one where they went to a house that had Dorothea. I can't remember her last name, but she was a serial killer.
Yeah.
She killed like 9 people.
Confirmed 9.
Confirmed 9. There's still like they still are missing several body parts and stuff.
Yeah.
And she buried the bodies on the property. And so they went to the house that she did it at. And at some point, Zach was laying on one of the beds. The fucker looked like he was sleeping.
He looked fucking
He looked
knocked out.
But he was like, man, this energy is crazy. And then one of the guys, the same guy who got angry in the other episode, he was like, man, you could just put a pillow on Zach's head right now.
He's like, "What if we did that?"
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Why the fuck would you say that?"
He's like, I don't know why I said that. It was some good stuff.
Oh my god! What if the place we're gonna go ghost hunting at has like a weird energy?
And like we try to
gonna be
kill
a
each
horny
other because guess what? I want to kill all of you right now.
Right now, there's no weird energy here.
Okay, I would say that the one other ghost hunting show I remember watching regularly, it came out, say, the start of the 2010s. It's called Paranormal State. It was on AMC. It's about a group of college kids that kind of started their own like paranormal society at their college, and that kind of grew on to like an investigation group. And they went to a few different places. Probably the thing people most remember from Paranormal State is there's a character from American Horror Story that's based directly off someone that came on that show. He was the group's medium. He was a very effeminate gay man with a thick Southern accent.
Yeah.
And that's what that character from American Horror Story is based on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Huh.
But just about that show, there were 2 episodes I remember in particular. One was scary until it got really goofy at the revelation. One was legit spooky. There was a girl that was possessed because she just started having these abnormal behavior, and when her behavior started, that's when sounds and movements and like apparitions started happening in her house. And the big thing was that they learned the name of the demon because, and I guess in spiritual lore, if you learn a creature's true name, that gives you power over it. And when they were saying the demon's name, they bleeped it out every time because that would invoke the spirit somehow.
Wow.
But
if you know his name, you have power over it.
Yeah.
But also, like, bleeping it out, like, the demon could still hear you because you're in the demon's house. Like, bleeping it out only does something for the audience that's watching.
And they would every time they would cut the commercial, they had like a flash. Apparently just a bunch of letters flashing, which I would take to mean that was the demon's name spelled out rapidly in a single letter at a time. So I don't know, maybe just with like whatever that garbage movie was, Truth or Dare, would have just like sent the evil out.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, Truth or Dare was a garbage movie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Movie Pass, for letting us see that. But
Do you guys feel that?
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. you guys feel that? Do you feel that?
I'm feeling something.
Yeah, I'm feeling.
Read it out. Who is it?
Oh my god. It's a penis!
What the fuck was that?
For the audience,
I just want to say, I had no idea that was happening.
it seemed Wenzel had automatic drawing. You know, when a medium takes on a spirit and they draw what the spirit divines them, and he drew a penis.
I felt it, man.
It went through you into that
It went
paper.
right into me, and I was like, I got. This is the.
What the fuck was that?
Oh man, I tore the corner.
How long?
Also, Wenzel draws more penis than any person I've ever met.
Yeah.
Very high detail too.
I mean, they're just crazy.
Yeah, those penises are wild, man.
I mean, like that thing just
How
dangled.
long have y'all been talking about doing this?
Yes.
Oh, this is yesterday.
Oh,
This isn't the bit you're thinking of. This is a different bit.
I was so confused. I was like, oh my god. Let me tell you what this podcast doesn't need is somebody else getting possessed.
Oh, let me show Jonathan.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Sorry, Ghost Jonathan.
Sorry, Ghost Jonathan.
Yeah, no, there was a on one of the Ghost Adventures episodes we watched. There was these two like mediums who like they sketch out ghosts, like when they feel their presence. And there was a part in there where I think the guy was like, ugh! He was I say pretending, but he felt the energy of somebody who died there, and he was like essentially like walking in their shoes. And I was like, I was telling Cole, like, man, what if I just drew a penis right now and we did a bit with it? And that's how that began.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what we call in this business BTS.
Yep.
Oh, Stan Jungkook.
Yeah.
Is that one? I don't know.
I don't know.
I wish I could have gotten a clean tear, though. I tore the corner. I actually like that picture.
It's still here. You can crop it.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not putting that on our Instagram.
Please don't.
Can you put it on your refrigerator?
No. I'll put it under the refrigerator.
In the trash.
No.
I think that's the end of the episode. After I don't need anybody else getting possessed this week.
I wasn't getting possessed. I felt the energy of somebody
Well,
who
I don't
was
need.
passed on.
We don't need any more energy.
It was
feeling.
red rum penis.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, Wenzel felt a penis inside of him.
Oh god. Thank you everybody for listening to this week's episode of the All You Hear podcast. As always, we're available on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Spotify, Overcast, all your favorite RSS feed catchers, but you already know that because you're listening. So if you can, leave us a like, a review, a subscription, a rating, all of that is phenomenal, helps us out tremendously. You can follow us on Instagram, AYCH Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter, at AYCH Podcast. You can follow us on twitch.tv/AllYouCanHear, and we also have a YouTube where all of our Twitch VODs go. Why are you laughing again?
Because you pointed like we also have a penis.
And the picture of a penis here. The YouTube channel is called All You Can Hear. There should be, by the time this episode goes up, Colton Wenzel recently streamed Resident Evil 2, so that should be up on there for you to enjoy. There's also a Star Wars stream up that we did with Mac from the Mandalorian Watch, available for you to watch right now. So you can go check that out, and you can follow me, Tanner, on Twitter at Tanner1495.
This is Wenzel. Thank you for listening. You can follow me on Twitter at WenzelWilkie. You can follow my art Instagram at World of Winsy. Will that penis ever be shown to the public?
The next person to follow us on any social media gets that picture.
I don't know. I feel like that's still a dick pic. Unsolicited dick pic.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you're not gonna plug you?
I already did.
Ah, yeah, sure.
Literally did.
Okay, dude. You follow me on Twitter at ColtD88. My name Colt.
No, Cold D
Colt
00.
D0. Fuck you, dude. This
Yeah.
penis is catching me off guard.
What do you mean?
I knew about
I've had
it.
the same Twitter handle for a year and a half now.
Haunted dolls.
Having two Twitters just, it's too much.
But
for
it's
him.
not even he has two Twitters. He has an old Twitter that he couldn't use for like a year, and now he has the Twitter he's been using since.
Two Twitters.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Stop defending him, Pat.
Yeah, you always do this, Pat. I'm just kidding.
This is Patrick. Thank you for listening. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at John Lust's Name. You can follow my art on Facebook at John Lust's Name Art.
We'll see you next week here on AYC.
Hold on, 7 more seconds. We can hit 40 minutes.
Ooh.
Ooh.